अगली बड़ी खबर का रुख करते हैं। इजराइल की काउंसिल जनरल से एक्सक्लूसिव बात की है TV9 भारतवर्ष ने। हमास का खात्मा हमारा मुख्य लक्ष्य है, यह कहा है इस बातचीत में टैमी बैन हाइम ने। हमास ने बर्बरता की सारी हदें पार कर दी हैं और अब उसे इसका खामियाजा भुगतना होगा, यह कह रही है टैमी।
Because there's a brutal crime against humanity that we are witnessing through all the reports. But my question is, do you really think that there is a scope of bargaining? And what is the priority that you think Israel is working on? Because we can witness that Gaza is under heavy bombardment, that is by air, sea and tank. But the major cause is and concern is about the people.
It's a very complex situation. It's a very terrible situation. And there's one responsible for this situation. I can't be clear enough. The Hamas terror organization is responsible for what has been happening in Israel in the past few days and what is still happening. And you're right, it's complex. But Israel has now three immediate goals. The first one is to make sure that the people within Israel are safe and secure. Right. That is why we are still finding terrorists. We are still clearing up the areas where the terrorists infiltrated. Over 1,000 terrorists who infiltrated with rockets, with automatic weapons, with grenades, with guns, with every weapon that you can think of. Over 1,000 terrorists infiltrated Israel. They killed and brutalized babies, children, women, the elderly. Okay, this is our first, to make sure that Israel, everybody in Israel is safe and secure.
Right.
The second goal is, which we are going to do, is to free the hostages, to free the dozens of people who are being held again and brutalized at the moment by the Hamas terror group. And the third goal is to make sure that we devastate Hamas, that we destroy their infrastructure and make it sure and clear that they cannot have such an attack, cannot even think of having such an attack against civilians again.
और देखिए, कुल मिलाकर इजराइल का जो रुख है वो ये कि हमास के खात्मे तक ये युद्ध जारी रहेगा। युद्ध पर इजराइल से एक्सक्लूसिव जानकारी आ रही है। TV9 से इजराइल की काउंसिल जनरल बोली, हमास के अंत के बाद ही अब सांस ली जाएगी। टैमी बैन का ये बहुत बड़ा बयान है। साफ तौर पर कहा जा रहा है कि हमास का पूरी तरह से खात्मा कर देंगे।
So the third point that you mentioned, is there a fear of escalation of war? Because how far it will go in terms of retaliation?
Again, it's not, well, okay. We'll go as far as we need to do. Israel will do everything that it needs to do to ensure these three goals that I spoke about. To make sure that this kind of attack cannot be repeated, to send one, to destroy Hamas, and to send a very clear message to Hamas and to other terror organizations.
और देखिए, भारत अमेरिका रुख पर इजराइल का बयान, भारत अमेरिका समेत कई देशों का हमें साथ मिला है, ये भी कहा है टैमी ने इस इंटरव्यू में। सुनिए।
We've seen that while America, a strategic partner, has already come in front, what do you expect from other allies like India and the other countries?
I think, we've seen, definitely the U.S. administration and the USA itself has put itself behind, has spoken very, very clearly in support of Israel's fight against this terror organization. But so has Prime Minister Modi and India. They've taken a very clear stance as well. Just yesterday, there was a call between our two prime ministers. Right. But we've seen it everywhere. We've seen countries and governments in Europe, in South America, Australia. Everybody is aligned at the moment. Everybody understands the atrocities. Everybody understands that we must put an end to this terror organization.
और देखिए, 7 अक्टूबर को फिलिस्तीन ने इजराइल पर हमला किया। क्या ये फिलिस्तीन का हमला इजराइल के इंटेलिजेंस और सर्विलांस की बड़ी नाकामी नहीं है? ये सवाल भी हमने इजराइल की काउंसिल जनरल से पूछा, उनके सामने रखा। उनका जवाब क्या था, सुनिए।
On October 7, will that be investigated? I'm asking you on the fact that there are a lot of questions being raised. Anything that went out wrong or we can say, was it a failure of your own intelligence and surveillance at some level? Will that be investigated later? Because I know this complex situation is the priority to deal right now.
Yeah, exactly like you said. Look, I won't get into it. It's of no interest to me at the moment. People who are smarter and more strategic and, you know, live in the military world or the intelligence world or the cyber world will investigate it. Right now, we need to make sure that everybody is safe and secure.
Right.
But just in general, I have just to say, you know, nothing in this world is 100% fail-safe. Nothing is, you know, you can't promise anything 100%. And India has suffered a terrorist attack in the past. Israel has had other terrorist attacks in the past. We are working daily. We're thwarting terror attacks daily from different sources in different places. But nothing is 100%. And right now, with all this devastation that is going on, with the barbaric attacks, and every day we're finding out more as the days goes on. The main and only priority right now is to stop this.